This is lesson number 7 in my new Clock Repair Essentials series that I'm doing. Today I'm going to be looking at using a new glue, this one here, a fish glue that's supposed to be all the bee's knees rage at the moment. We'll wait and see. And I'm going to be using it for repairing bellows, putting Tyvek paper on bellows. I've used other glues in the past. I've used Type Bond 2, Type Bond 3, Tarzan's Grip, Araldite and some others. But this time I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to see how it works. I want to see specifically how long it takes once I've put the glue on the side of the timber here, to see how long it takes before it sets. That will allow you to adjust the Tyvek paper that you put on to get it positioned correctly. So that's what we're going to use today. This new fish glue, allegedly high strength, super glue, oily glue, and we're going to find out whether in actual fact it lives up to all the hype that we've heard about it. These are the tools that we're going to use today. A scalpel for cutting the Tyvek paper. That's the Tyvek paper in that packet there. We'll take that out later on. The glue, as I mentioned before. The rule, so that we can cut the Tyvek paper. We've got a grid square block below us here to keep everything nice and square. I've got a version hand pump here for pumping air, and I'll show you what I use that for in a moment. A pen for marking out our distances on the Tyvek paper, and first up a little bit of 80 grit sandpaper to finish off the side of the bellows. So these are the tools that we're going to use. I'll move these out of the road because the first tool that we're going to use is the 80 grit sandpaper. The first tool we're going to use, or what passes as a tool, is a piece of 80 grit sandpaper. What I'm going to use the sandpaper for is where we've scraped off the old paper that was on there. It's a little bit rough, as you can see along there. So what we're going to do is we're going to very lightly run over that with this 80 grit paper, and that will remove any remnants of paper that are still on there, because we want a clean piece of timber there for our glue to stick to. And you'll notice I'm using my middle finger here as a stop so we don't roll up across here. I'm limiting the travel with my finger so I can then roll it backwards and forwards like so. It's a little bit of a catch on that corner. I'll take that off. Alright, we'll roll around this side here. The timber's pretty clean, but we're going to make sure that we've got the best surface, and that one there's pretty rough. You'll see a difference on this one. We're going to have the best surface for the glue to stick on. Roll that backwards and forwards, gets rid of all the high spots, takes the old paper off down here. I've decided to leave the hook and the bellows lift wire on this one to show you can change Tyvek paper on a set of bellows without having to remove everything. And that is looking pretty clean now. There's a tiny little bit up there, and that has come off. Right, that's the first one. We'll run round the pipe. It's looking rather good actually. That won't take long to clean up. Little bit on the front there. We'll run over that. Make sure it's nice and smooth. A little bit of glue there from last time. And the little bit underneath doesn't really matter. We don't want any imperfections up here, because that will affect how the bellow top operates. Take that little bit out, and round the back it's a bit scruffy, so we'll run over that. tiny bit on the corner. Right, that's nice and smooth. Check the bellows top. I think all the rough edges have gone, tiny bit there. Alright, that's that. Now we're ready to move into the next step. I'll just clean this up and then we'll start again. Little bit of tear down there. I don't think that let any air escape. Alright, let's have a look and see the theory on how a set of bellows and pipes work. Holding the bellows like this, or in any other position for that matter, the external air pressure is identical to the internal air pressure in there. So they're balanced and it's equal all across there. When we put the bellows on the top of the pipe and the Tyvek paper is on it, as the bellows lift wire, this piece here raises the top of the bellows, air pressure within the pipe drops. So the external pressure is higher than the pressure in the pipe and air runs into the pipe as the bellows lift lever rises up. As the bellows lift lever, which we'll see in a moment on the count wheel, drops off one of the pins, the bellows starts to drop down. Aided by a small weight inside the bellows top there, helps to overcome resistance on the Tyvek paper that we'll put on there. If you don't have that little weight in there, then the bellows top will drop very slowly and you won't get a correct sound. Alright, back to where we were. The bellows top drops, the pressure inside the pipe rises above air pressure outside, so that the air then moves from inside the pipe outside and it comes out through this thing here called a reed. And that position of the reed there and the bottom of the pipe, this is the low note. I'll show you the high note. You'll notice there's a decent sized hole in there. One section of my little finger goes up there. That helps create the difference in notes between the high note and the low note. So back over here again. If you have any tears in the paper or holes or anything external on the pipe, the note will be different as the air pushes out. Now I'll take the top of this squeeze up and I'll put it over the top of the hole there. It'll relatively well seal it, not exactly, and I'll squeeze it. You can hear the note it's making. That is the screw hole where the pipe is screwed into the side of the case. If I cover that with my thumb and then squeeze the squeeze bulb again, you can hear the difference in note. Thumb off, thumb on. So once the screw goes into the case, into the pipe there, that hole is relatively closed. And those little tiny little holes down there are where the brad goes to hold it in position so it doesn't move backwards and forwards. But that is the major problem there, unless you've got cuts or some of the timbers come apart because the glue's failed. So air flows in, negative pressure as the bellows top comes up. As the bellows top drops, then pressure increases here. It's slightly higher on the outside, so the air rushes out through the reed there, and that's where you get that note from. Alright, we're ready to start sorting out our Tyvek paper. Now the first thing we're going to do is we'll make a little hinge to go on the back of the pipe and the bellows, which is that piece there. We're going to cut that piece there first. So we line them up, take our rule and measure and see how long that piece is. 30 millimeters by 10. Alright, put the pipe and the bellows top down again, 30 by 10. I'll cut that with a scalpel. Should give me a nice clean cut. Alright, so, and the same up here so that we're square all round, we can get a proper measurement. Right, we want 30 by 10. I'll allow 2 millimeters extra so that we can cut inside our line so that we won't see the line on the final product. Come down here 12, down to there, run a line down, line the two marks up, writing in Morse code, but that's alright. Now we want 30 millimeters in from here, so we won't allow any extra for this because 30 mils a generous amount. So there and there. All right, we'll mark that so we can cut it. So I'll cut across there first, just inside that line with a scalpel, cut across, and then back over to here where our line is and cut it with a scalpel. All right, take up our pipe and bellows top again, align them, there we go, and just check to make sure that our hinge is going to fit. Use a pair of tweezers so I might stick to my gloves. And that is what we're looking for, exactly. All right, so I'll remove that. I'll take the top off our glue, and this is going to be the first part of our experiment to see how this stuff works or whether it does or not. Align the top and the pipe. We'll put a slight squeeze, pretty tight squeeze stuff, that's for sure. Line along there, and you've got to squeeze that very, very tightly. Right, we'll take up our hinge, place it on top, align it squarely, and then tap it down to remove any air bubbles in it. And I'll hold that for a minute or so to give that a chance to set. And then we'll have a look and see. It's not moving very much. Looks like it's going to bond relatively quickly. All right, I'll hold that for a minute or so, then I'll come back. All right, that's been about a minute. Let's see how we go. Lift that up. That's looking all right. That bonded pretty quickly, actually. I was rather surprised. I didn't think it'd bond quite as quickly as that, but it appears to be doing a pretty good job. All right, now we need to cut a piece of Tyvek paper to go from here all the way around and back to there with a tiny little overlap, about 5 mils on either side of that to hold it all together.